You. I live deep in the valley that made us, and I know its ghosts. Last night, riddled with spirits, I climbed up to a roadhouse in the foothills where the locals know a life is just a story. Tito, the bartender, his hands salted with remorse, speaking as always of his home in Juarez. Style, he says, you have to tell it with style. And he does, almost, his belly shaking with the weight of whiskey and ghosts. They say each night he dreams of his father kneeling among his days like a herd of Indian ponies passing him by, loaded with good bread and ouzo. He broke them, his father did, with old rugs over their withers when the world was young. Did he survive, we ask, when he points to the place on his belly where the bullet passed like praise quick through the quick of his father's life. He nods and lets the radio bleat abandoned love. Love, sometimes I think I am afraid of the immensities of the night, of the dark that cannot hear how we fall through one another like water, and the flesh that can. I left that bar, and one day, yes, I will leave this place too. Old albums in the shallows, the sun that lights out over the foothills like a preacher from an unsaved city. Once, Tito told me, a life can begin with once. And perhaps it can. Once, driving west to the Pacific, I slept out in the old Chevy to hear the canyons. Coyotes howled in the saguaros, closing in on the hares hidden in the weeds, the river where I'd let my gold ring settle. I had wanted all that mad year to say one clear thing to the dead, one clear thing to the living. I never did. Style, yes, style is what you have when you have nothing left. And I remember how empty it was. The voice I heard in that place, nothing but wind and America singing. How I slipped the car into gear and drove all night to the ocean and lay down on the waves that rinsed me of the journey. I was young once. I wanted a world other than this one. Now I look up into the starlight and see fires that will not come again, love, the body's story that cannot be revisited. Your absence clamors out of me from the crossing like horses through the thorn along some shore.